And we're singing. We're singing. Dun, 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 dun. Time to talk. Beauty and the Bitch.
Bicycle. I want to ride my bicycle. I want... Morgan, seriously though, have you seen my bike?
Oh, your bicycle?
Yeah.
I did for sure.
I want to ride my
Sell
bicycle.
that on Craigslist.
You sold my bicycle.
On Craigslist.
Welcome back, my friends, to another episode of Beauty and the Bitch. I'm Mick. And this is the bitch that stole my bicycle.
That's literally what I was going to say, but
I'm so
you beat me to the punch, so I'll just say that I'm Morgan. Just
okay,
so they also know that.
So they know who you are. That's just like a white man, hey. To steal your own self-deprecating joke away from you, right?
Well, I'm used to it.
Yeah, you're also useful. You're great.
Oh my God.
You're a good person.
Tell my boss I just had my 90 days.
Oh my goodness. I'm going to call in. I'm going to tweet at him.
It's a woman. Wow. Amazing that you defaulted to thinking my boss is a man.
Hey, but to be fair, your last 18 bosses have been men.
Girl, who can keep up?
I know.
Girlfriend has been around.
Would you say this is the first time? Well, no. You've had a few good bosses, but... is this one of the first times that you haven't had to worry about sexism from your boss in the workplace? I know that's a sensitive topic.
It's really not, for me, I don't worry about sexism in my workplace in general because the CEO of my company is an extremely gay man. And then, most of the people in the workplace are women. Probably, 90% awesome. Of the people that I work with are women. But I will also say that we have a diversity problem and we need more men because, we're so feminist heavy. That it's wow, we should really get some dudes up in here. On my team of people, there's one man, and he's our token man. His name is Thomas, and we're always you're the only guy here. And literally everyone at this meeting is a woman, except for you.
Is he slowly growing beautiful mounded breasts?
He already had some.
Oh, good for him.
Hey, Thomas.
Everybody, every shape. Yes.
Yeah.
So we are pulled together here out of the fucking gutters of society. We've crawled out of the feces and the slime.
Girl, that's all we have to work with these days.
Hey, you know what? It puts food on the table. You know what I mean? And by food, I mean feces and slime. Yeah,
well, I mean, it's a diet choice.
It's a cleanse.
I want to lose 3 pounds.
Yeah, just eat your own shit. We're here today to talk about the upcoming Bohemian Rhapsody movie, which is really like a biopic, really more than anything of Freddie Mercury, right?
Yeah, it's very much a Freddie Mercury story, and honestly, a really daunting thing to take on because biopics in general will either be really good, I really enjoyed The Theory of Everything with Eddie Redmayne as a young Stephen Hawking. He crushed it so intensely that it won multiple Academy Awards. The performance was incredible. Nailed it. But then there's Bill Murray as a Theodore Roosevelt or something. I don't know.
No,
or Franklin Roosevelt. One of them.
Someone, what's his face, just played Winston Churchill.
Gary Oldman?
Gary Oldman, yeah.
But he did a great job.
Well, I heard he did a good job, but nonetheless, I think biopics but they're still daunting though, right?
Oh man, yeah, especially when you're taking on, someone like Winston Churchill, who's really famous for his mannerisms and his personality. Someone like Freddie Mercury, that is a role to take on because that person is larger than life.
Yes, and when I first got this role, I was actually. I was really unsure.
You old salty queen. You know you didn't get this role.
No, I didn't. I didn't even audition, but I would have.
I'm exhausted just thinking about Rami Malek doing this. I'm exhausted on behalf of him.
I love him.
Remy?
Him. Yes,
yeah.
I love him. I love him in Mr. Robot, but that show just isn't it's not his fault or anything. It's just not really my kind of show. I watched a season and a half and I think I'm probably done with it. I cannot wait to see him become Freddie Mercury though. People are saying that it's an extremely good representation or he captured Mercury's energy. Which
I think that's shocking.
Oh my God, we said the exact opposite thing.
I think for him that's not shocking because he's done some like character roles. Like he's not Mr. Robot, he's the star of that show, but otherwise he's not really like a star of anything, you know? He's kind of this like background character actor, and because he's gorgeous, obviously, but he's not this like traditional picture of beauty. He's more of that like, his face is really interesting, and he has a lot of like mannerisms, and like he has that kind of face and personality to work with where he can be a character actor. So I think that's the only kind of person that could pull off a Freddie Mercury. Like there's no way you could get a traditional like class A star or whatever. Like, can
you imagine like Brad Pitt?
No.
Or like Tom Cruise? What the horror? That literally makes my skin crawl.
No, you need like a Steve Buscemi type that happens to be gorgeous.
Or, I mean, he's the wrong look for the role, but someone like Eddie Redmayne, right?
He's also a chameleon.
He's played a lot of lead roles, but he's also, I'd say, very much character, and also weirdly beautiful.
Yeah,
kind of similar to Rami
Malek. I can't get enough of his face, honestly.
Oh, he's stunning, but he's strange looking.
He's so weird looking. We said
this before, and I think we even said this about Rami Malek. Like Kate Blanchett levels of like, you're a weird alien beauty, and I don't even know if I want to have sex with you, honestly. I think I might just want to look at you.
So when we were in London earlier this year, we were in Soho, which is like the theater district. And Rami Malek was just totally walking by.
Up.
Yeah, he had his little earbuds in, and Aaron and I we had just gotten pizza like you do at like 2:00 in the morning.
Sure.
And Aaron was like, holy shit, isn't that guy that plays Mr. Robot? And I got whiplash. I turned my head so quickly. And he like walked right, like he was coming the opposite direction on the sidewalk. And there were like a lot of people, but it wasn't that crowded out there. And he was just like walking and smiling and like literally just like living his life like a normal person, which I think is, first of all, great that somebody who's a famous actor can do that. And I didn't like stop him or say anything because like I don't want to be that person.
Sure.
But I was like so starstruck. He looks like an elf. Like he has this just like halo around him.
He's so beautiful. So describe his bulge. I assume that was the first thing you looked at.
Enormous.
Oh my god. Oh my
I'm sure we'll see that in this movie.
Actually, well, we're going to see, Freddie Mercury with those tight-ass pants. I watched... Oh, okay. Well, let's say first. So this movie comes out November 2nd. It comes out October 24th in the UK. Now, that ain't right. What do we fight the Revolutionary War for, if not to get this movie at the same time?
It's our own fault. Donald Trump.
You know what? I think so. And you know what we should do? Let's go throw all the tea in the country, in the bay.
But all the tea in their country.
No, all the tea, period. Tea's done.
But what about...
Stand up for something, Morgan, or you'll fall for everything. I misquoted that, but still.
But I really like
No, it's time to rise up.
You know, as long as we still got coffee, I can do it.
Oh.
We're getting rid of all the coffee?
No, I'm just taking it all.
Oh my God. This is a lose-lose situation for me.
Well,
anyway, Great Britain out first as per usual.
Yes, and that is because it was, it's a joint effort of UK and English, or American.
You know what else they always get first? The fucking Harry Potter novels when they would come out.
And also, because they're east of us, they get the day first.
Oh my God.
This is some bullshit.
I did not sign up.
America?
I thought we broke off to win. Are we winners?
And let me tell you something else about that. Why, if we done fought a war to get away from these goddamn people, I love England. I think everyone does, but... Well, that's not true, but I do. But why? We fought a war to get away from them, and now we follow each little marriage a little royal family does. Every time one of the royal family gets a new pubic hair, we know about it. I don't care about Camilla. I don't care about the redhead, or the one that used to be hot, or his kind of hot wife, or the redhead's very hot wife.
Just to recap, you're talking about Harry, William, Kate, and Meghan.
Yes, you got
those are the people that you're
all the people I don't care about. I kind of care about the Queen, but that's because, come on.
First of all, I cannot relate less to you not caring about Harry, William, Kate, and Meghan. I don't understand that. Camilla, don't nobody give two fucks about her except to talk shade in her direction. This bitch with runs in her pantyhose.
That's too bad.
This bitch with little crooked ass hats that are way too big. This bitch trying to wear big bold colors like Queen E when she knows she ain't with it.
She's a little pokey.
Camilla, I'm coming for you.
Camilla Boyles, ain't that her name?
I don't know about that. Susan Boyles, that's a person who's British.
I dreamed a dream in time gone by. I cried, girl.
Girl, I didn't. And I never saw that. And not that long ago, I Googled it because I wanted to be a part of pop culture. I didn't think it was that good. I mean, it was good, but I wasn't like that impressed.
But you had to be there back.
I mean, Anne Hathaway singing that song I thought was better.
Yeah, but this was way before Anne Hathaway sang it, though.
That's not Anne Hathaway's fault.
Well, that's true, too. So this movie, coming out in America on the 2nd of November, focuses on Freddie Mercury's life, specifically his early life, him joining Queen in 1970, and then it follows like the rise of the band up to the Live Aid performance that happened at Wembley Stadium in 1985.
Mm-hmm. And was that performance like a huge deal?
Yes, it was huge. Now, I was telling Maury before we started recording, I was able to find the clip of it on YouTube. It's not hard to find. It's a 20-minute clip.
Of the real concert.
Yes, of the real concert. And it is astonishing. I mean, they do 6 of the greatest hits, including Bohemian Rhapsody, and Freddie Mercury is all over that fucking stage. He is dancing, he's playing guitar, he's playing piano, he's up, down, left, right, he's chanting to the crowd, he's halfway in the audience. This shit's insane, girl.
That's so crazy.
And he was already, in 1985, it was confirmed he had AIDS in 1987.
Damn.
Like, that's when he knew, but chances,
Could have been HIV
it's
positive.
very possible he was already, yeah. And the band had broken up before they did this concert.
Oh, really?
Yes, because,
Wait, so he joined in 1970. This was in 85.
This was in 85,
That's
yes.
That's a big gap.
Yes, yes. And, you know, during that time, like, they put out their first album in 1973.
Uh-huh.
It was named Queen. And you know, Freddie Mercury is the most famous, but really the original band members are Brian May and Roger Taylor, the lead guitarist and the drummer.
Uh-huh.
Freddie Mercury joined them.
Uh-huh.
And then they got the bassist, John Deacon, much later on. Or like a couple years later.
Did they have a lead singer before Freddie Mercury?
No, they were a different band at that point because Freddie Mercury brought in Queen, the name. They were called like Smile or something.
So Freddie Mercury was just out there walking around with this Queen title.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was like, "You can have me and my title."
So fabulous.
That's so great.
But here's why I think it was shocking that Rami Malek, to take it right back around, was able to capture Freddie Mercury, because when I was watching this Live Aid concert, I was moved to tears multiple times just by the power of his presence, even through a screen. I mean, he was such a star. And the fact that, you know, he died only a few years later of AIDS.
What year did he die?
He died in 1991.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, from pneumonia related to AIDS complications.
Ugh.
Yeah, and he wasted away before that. His last public appearance, they got some award, some hokey doke award I don't care about, and the whole band came out, and Freddie Mercury didn't talk. He stood back, which like never happened. And he looked real frail, dressed very well, still Freddie Mercury, but just like you were like, girl, he's sick.
So sad.
And Brian May accepted the award, made a few jokes, and then as they were leaving, Freddie Mercury said, "Thank you and good night," or something like that. And those were his last real public words like that. Yeah. But then the day before he died, he finally came out and said, "Yes, I have AIDS." Because for years he denied it. You know, it was a different time. And I don't know why he did it exactly. But
interesting.
Yeah, literally the day before on his deathbed, he was like, "Yes, I am dying of AIDS."
That's
and then he
so
died
crazy.
the next day. Yeah, it's so sad. So everyone should go back and watch the Live Aid concert because that's how this movie climaxes. And to really appreciate it, you need to see the original. It's a tour de force. It's amazing.
Awesome. I'm definitely going to spend some time doing that.
Mm-hmm.
So, obviously, it's a big role to take on. And then, as we've sort of mentioned, there's this whole thing that goes along with playing, like, biopics or anything that you do where you play a real life person, because we have the real thing to compare it to. So, there's, like, an added level of, like, pressure and judgment that, like, comes down upon you with that. Yeah. And I feel like we've been really fortunate in the last couple of years. There's been a lot of like really big things involving like biopic type stuff. A lot of stuff with like the Queen of England. Like we've had several like different variations. The Crown on Netflix.
Oh, The Crown.
Claire Foy does a great job. Everyone does a great job. But then we've also seen like other movies and stuff going on.
Elizabeth, the Age of Reason. Do you remember that one?
What? Oh,
that's the second. Is it? Yeah,
Kate
the
Blanchett.
second Elizabeth movie. Yeah, all I remember from that movie is a man leaps into the sea in a full-blown suit of armor and somehow swims out. I was like, girl, wrong.
No,
you're
fuck
dead.
that.
You're dead, man.
And then also I heard there's a new biopic coming up about Elton John starring
really?
the guy who plays in the Kingsman, the Secret Service.
Oh, I didn't see any of those movies. I'm so sorry. I keep thinking, should I watch those? Are they good?
I love the first Kingsman.
Are they like 007? Is that the kind of thing? Are they magic? What are they? What the fuck?
So they're like
these movies
007 in that they're these like secret British organization spy thingies with all the gadgets and all of the like money and connections. But it's also like a coming of age story of like the main character is like this young kid and he's like a punk. Anyways, and he gets like wrapped up in this and like he gets a chance to like become one of like a member of Kingsman, which is like the Queen's like Secret Service organization or whatever. But he's real hood, and so like he has like this big transition where Colin Firth is like his mentor, and he's like this dapper ass like older gentleman who's always like snazzy, but like also has an umbrella that's a gun and like will fist punch you until you die. It's very like hyper violent from time to time. Like sometimes it's just like casual and like really funny. It's like really funny, and then like all of a sudden it'll be like fucking Inglourious Bastards level like violence happening. And it's like what? So I think it's really good.
I should give him a shot then.
The second one was like ridiculous and like they advertised it as like being ridiculous. They were like, you remember how cool that first one was? We are going over the fucking edge on the second one.
So it's like the first one's Mick and the second one's Morgan.
Okay.
Because you push the envelope because you're a creative genius.
Thank you.
You're welcome, but I was speaking to my reflection.
This is some bullshit. I am out of here as soon as this is over.
No, you're going to stay hang out with me. So back to Freddie Mercury. Did you hear about all the drama involved? Did we finish your thought, Morgie?
I couldn't think of that kid's name, but he's going to play Elton John in a biopic and like also a big fucking personality to try to portray.
Is this new biopic called Rocket Man?
Maybe.
Or is that a prior? Because, okay, so there's a big drama that we haven't really talked about with this.
I love drama. Can we just get into it?
Oh my God.
There's been so much drama adjacent in my life at like work events and at other things, and I'm just like making a bowl of popcorn and I am there for. I love drama.
Well,
I really do.
You know, I learned multiple times in high school, drama's fun to watch. Do never get bored. Don't be like, oh, why is everyone else dramatic and I'm so boring? Because then you will be the center of drama, right? I'm not saying you were doing that, but I'm just saying, if anyone out there, never catch yourself wishing for drama.
Advice.
You will not appreciate what you get. So, speaking of drama, though, so the original director on Bohemian Rhapsody, this movie, was Bryan Singer. Right?
Okay. So
you know all of his drama, all the allegations that have been coming against him for years and years.
I don't.
Oh, he is supposed to be, now this is all alleged, but I heard this years ago. Little podunk ass me with no connection to LA. He's supposed to be a very high-ranking, like, Hollywood pedophile. He's supposed to have pedophile parties and attend pedophile parties and that whole world.
I don't even know what that means, but I cannot get the gist.
Yeah, just imagine like the worst hell you can, and that's probably the kind of party, right?
That's so icky.
It is extremely icky. Now those are all allegations, though, and you know, he also didn't his daughter commit suicide very recently? Am I confusing people? So
the guy who directed the like DC movies, his kid killed themselves.
Isn't that Bryan Singer?
No.
Oh, who's that? Oh, Bryan Singer did the X-Men movies. Yeah. Same Zizo. I was right about the allegations. Zack Snyder. Okay. Anyway, there are similar allegations about Zack Snyder too, though.
Oh, no.
Yeah. But anyway, so Bryan Singer originally directed this movie, and then he was fighting with Rami Malek on screen, or not on screen, on stage. Yes, because he had been away from the set like a lot. And some other production staff had taken over directing because he just hadn't been showing up. And so Rami Malek went above his head and was like, hey, I don't have a director on this like really important film that is very difficult for me. And then Bryan Singer came back in and he threw something at him. Yeah, I don't know what. I couldn't figure it out, but something. He threw something.
He pulled his glove off and he slapped him across the face.
He may have slapped that beautiful man in the face. He might have thrown feces like a monkey, for all I know. I don't know why he threw. But then they fired him for it.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
And then who they did get?
They brought in, at that point, this man by the name of...
Kermit the Frog. They just full-on Muppet produced this movie.
You know what? This sounds like a fake name that Kermit the Frog would go by. His name is Dexter Fletcher. Doesn't it sound like a fake name?
That's so weird. They couldn't get somebody bigger name. Maybe Dexter Fletcher's great, though.
Well, Dexter Fletcher, and here's where it all comes back around, he directed the Elton John biopic, Rocket Man.
Oh.
Which I assume that was in the past, but maybe... Oops, it's coming out in the future.
Maybe. I'm going to just quickly Google that.
Okay, I'll let you do the work.
Well, I don't even have my cell phone.
Oh, it's so hard for you.
It is, though.
Oh.
Well, never. Oh, I have a computer.
You poor sweet baby. Essentially, Dexter Fletcher finished out the filming. He did the last 16 days.
Rocket Man 2019.
Oh, okay. So he's got 2 big movies coming out.
That's crazy.
Though technically, Bryan Singer gets all the credit for this movie. He is listed as the sole director.
Oh, damn.
Which is a decision that the Directors Guild of America made for reasons unknown to me.
Taron Egerton is the name of that guy that's going to star as Elton.
Oh, sure. From the Golden Kingsman.
Kingsman, the Secret Service.
Okay, yes. Now, another little whoopsie doodle. Do you know who was originally cast as Freddie Mercury?
Oh, God, no. Who?
This is going to blow your fucking mind. Sacha Baron Cohen.
Oh, I can see the reasoning physically behind that.
Yes, I think he looks a lot like him just naturally. In 2008, Morgan, this movie has been a decade in the making. Yeah.
What, then he did get too old?
Well, you know what? The thing was, he was calling me
He
a lot
wouldn't
at
quit
the time.
saying, my wife.
My wife.
They were like, he's a gay man.
Well, kind of, actually, that was the reason they decided not to go for it. Because they were like, you know what? Your comedic presence is so great. We are afraid it's going to distract from the film. Which I can dig that, actually. Because he's a great character actor, obviously. But he is almost always still Sacha Baron Cohen. Like in movies and stuff, he's got a very definite thing he does. And I don't know if he could, no offense to him, like carry a movie like this.
And we'll never know.
We'll never know because he done stepped back. Do you think that Rami Malek is gay or bi? Do you think I could suck his dick in some universe?
Physically could.
Well, I could. May I, though?
I think that's a really good question.
Because, spoiler alert, I looked it up and don't nobody know. So if you're trying to look it up right now, unless you're typing in dick pic, if you're typing in dick pic, I want to see what you get. They do this bullshit thing where they're like, he seems queer, and then like he's cited like at a premiere with a woman, and they're like, oh, that's his girlfriend, and I'm like, okay, well, gay men hang out with women all the time, so doesn't necessarily mean he's not queer. He seems queer to me, which is why I ask.
Yeah, he looks like he could be.
Yeah, I mean, it's very dangerous to look at someone and be like, that looks like a homosexual, but there's something about his manner that to me, he might not be. I've met many straight men who seem gay and aren't, but I don't know. I'm holding out hope because he's kind of like my dream boy. I think he's really so pretty. Dreamy. Yes.
Yeah, he's so pretty.
Oh, and do you know one other little thing I found, and then I'm gonna let you lead for a while. He wore those false teeth because he had to wear false teeth for the filming. Because Freddie Mercury, beautiful man, but had some jacked up fucking teeth.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. And Rami Malek has a little bit of an overbite, but he's got gorgeous teeth. Yeah. So he had to wear these real jacked up dentures to get like the Freddie Mercury mouth, and he would wear them like all night long in his house. He wore them during the entire filming.
Oh my God.
Yeah, except when eating, he said. But yeah. So
that's a really weird thing.
Well, I guess he thought it would help him get into character or something. I mean, I can dig it. Kind of changes everything if your teeth are different.
Sorry, I'm trying to read. This article says, does movie Bohemian Rhapsody ignore Freddie Mercury's sexuality?
Oh, I saw that. Don't worry about that, girl. You know what that was? Based off of a teaser, girl. A minute-long teaser. And people were like, there's no indication of his bisexuality in this. And I'm like, girl, it's a minute long. It's all... Now, look,
like, if he's not giving someone a blowjob, they're like, he must not be gay.
Exactly. No, his long-term partner is, I forget who plays him. And actually, I forget his name, too. But he's in the movie. He's a big part of the movie. But you know, Freddie Mercury's strongest relationship was with his lifelong companion, Mary Austin, who's played by Lucy... Boynton, I think.
Here's a picture of them together. When you say lifelong
so
partner,
cute.
do you mean like, or companion? Like, were they together, like on and off, or?
They were engaged when he came out to her.
Okay.
And they broke off their engagement. And then she, you know, they were fast friends their entire lives. Mm-hmm. Then she, of course, remarried. And, or she married someone else. And then he became the godfather of her son. And then when he died, he left her everything.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. I mean, so that's what I'm just saying. First of all, based off a teaser, bullshit. You can't base anything off a minute-long teaser. Second, it's a book about how he got AIDS and died. Okay, there's gonna be some queer stuff. Rami Malek has also said like he is very obviously bisexual throughout this movie. Don't worry about that. It's gonna be in there. And then fourth or third, wherever I'm at, he was bisexual. He wasn't a gay man. He was a bisexual man. And Mary Austin was the most important relationship, I think, debatably, but I think it'd be hard to debate, the most important relationship of his entire life. So if they chose to focus on that, I don't actually think that that's wrong, personally, you know.
Do you know if he was doing anything before he joined with those other two guys and they formed Queen? Did he have some like solo stuff?
I don't know. I know he came in, and I know this just from the trailer, like already writing songs and having a phenomenal talent, but I assume he had some performance, but I'm not sure what.
Was he like the head writer of that band, or like did they collaborate?
They were very collaborative, I think. I'm sure he wrote many of the songs, but I don't know which. Do you remember when I was obsessed with Queen in high school?
Yeah.
It was a deep obsession. It lasted like a year and a half.
I mean, but if you're going to be, like, at least it's, like, the quality of a band. Like, you're not going around telling everyone how great O-Town is.
Yeah, no. Well, I mean, no, for a week or two. But I got over it. Say it, don't spray it. You know?
Girl.
That was O-Town, right?
I don't know.
Oh, no. What was that fake-ass boy band with, like, there was, like, one old guy, and it was made for, like, MTV for a movie.
Oh, my God, I have no idea.
Say it, don't spray it. I want the news, not the weather. Doesn't.
Girl, I have no idea.
I think it was called, like, Into Sync or something. It was like a joke band.
That is hilarious. You're so, like, a teenage girl right now. I'm obsessed with that. So I'm really excited to see this Queen movie, but how much of it do you, like, how much is going to be, like, stage work and music and development versus, like, straight up Freddie Mercury storytelling?
What do you mean? Like, are we going to see lots of performances of songs and stuff?
Yes. Like, is it going to be very heavy? Like, it culminates with this big performance. Are they going to do a complete, like, reenactment of that, the last 20 minutes of the movie?
I don't think it'll be a full 20 minutes, but I do think it's a sizable and long series of shots, because I know that was Bryan Singer's biggest set he had ever done, was that shot. And they did it the first day of filming. Can you imagine being Rami Malek, coming in for your first day and having to recreate what is probably Freddie Mercury's most famous performance of all time? I mean, that just gave me chill bumps. The poor guy. My goodness. If he wasn't neurotic before, you know he is now. Oh, by the way, this is the one I said was going to blow your mind, Morgan.
What is it?
So, the actor who plays John Deacon, who was the bassist, who joined Queen in 1973,
okay,
he's played by a man by the name of Joseph Mazzello. Do you recognize that name at all?
I mean, it sounds like familiar, but not really.
Okay, I'm going to give you hints. I'm going to see how long I have to go before you get it, okay? In this blockbuster 90s movie, Joseph Mazzello wrapped his fingers around an electric fence and got blown off. Okay, then.
Oh, little kid from Jurassic Park.
He's the little boy from Jurassic Park.
He's doing
Timmy.
stuff.
Yes.
Little Timmy.
He's not just holding Jello anymore. He's not just shaking with Jello, spoonful of Jello. He's out there, girl. He's being a basis for Queen.
Damn.
Kind of. Isn't that cool?
He really turned it around.
Oh my God, yes. And girl, I never would have guessed it was him. That motherfucker looks different. Sometimes people look like themselves.
Oh, he's fine.
I know, girl.
Oh, that makes me uncomfortable, though.
No, don't be uncomfortable. Just go with it.
First of all, it looks like he took this photo for his Tinder profile pic, like on his iPhone, and it's what they've put up on IMDb.
Look at him trying to be like 50s movie star in that picture. Ooh, I think he's fine.
That's
good for him.
Holy shit.
And frankly, he's older than us because he was, yeah. Does it say when he was born?
God, he looks like he should be in One Direction.
He's gorgeous. Yeah, because he was solidly like 11 when Jurassic Park was filmed, I guess.
Jesus. That's crazy.
I know, isn't that shocking? And you know there's one more big name in this movie we haven't mentioned yet.
Who is it?
Mick Parker, of course. No, it's not true. I'm not famous.
Now I'm looking at the list.
It's
Mike Myers?
Yeah, you got it. Yes.
What's he doing? Who's Ray Foster?
You know, I think he plays like a relatively small role. He's like an executive, like a record executive who doesn't believe in them or something like that.
Okay, like
but
that story.
I think they wanted to pull him in because, you know, when Wayne's World came out, it kind of reintroduced Bohemian Rhapsody to a whole new generation of people, right? Do you remember in Wayne and Garth sing it like in their car or whatever?
Yes,
I'm sure you do. It's very iconic, right?
Yeah.
When that happened, all of a sudden the Queen best hits or whatever went back on the
top of the charts.
Exactly.
Damn.
I think it hit like number 2 or something from that movie.
That's crazy.
Yes. So I think that's why they brought him in for that. I think it's kind of like a nod. It's like an Easter egg almost, really.
I love that.
I know, isn't it really sweet? I think this is going to be a good movie. Like, I'm actually so excited about it.
So I was looking at IMDb to just see some facts about it, and it is long as fuck.
Oh, how long is it?
2 hours and 14 minutes.
Oh, shit. Well,
that's a long ass movie, y'all.
If they just give me enough sex and enough, like, singing and talent, I can get through that. Yeah, but there are long stretches of like office work. I don't know.
So, question: we are entering the time of year, fall. It's fall, y'all, where it's kind of like Oscar season. Do you think this movie is releasing this time of year because it intends to procure some Oscar nods? And do you think they will be successful? Because there's a whole swath of Oscar nominated. Like, we're not just talking Best Picture, Best Actor. There's a lot of other shit that they could win for.
I know. I've heard Rami Malek mention there's buzz for him, Oscar buzz for him.
To get
for
nominated.
This role. Yes.
Which is crazy because he's like, it's not crazy, but like, over the last couple of years, we've seen lesser known or like less famous or like more TV type actors like getting nominated.
Well, he got an Emmy or 2
for Mr. Robot. Yeah, people love that shit.
But yeah, you're right. It's kind of exciting. It's like a new generation of actors are coming up. Like Eddie Redmayne's another one that I think of.
Absolutely.
Is like, I think
he's been nominated like every year for like the last 4 years.
Yeah,
he's
a bigger star than Rami Malek. I think pretty much anyone
he
would say.
Now, but like 3 years ago,
but he wasn't. Yeah, I think that both of these guys are going to be famous for a very long time, and I am so excited because they're so beautiful and so talented.
And they're in that Benedict Cumberbatch sort of weird looking face batch, and like he is also another person that's just kind of like taken off, but he's like too cool for school, almost like he doesn't even care about it. Like he doesn't even show up to the award shows.
Oh yeah. Well, he's Benedict.
Yeah, he's busy. He's very busy.
You know what? I would sit those 3 men out, and I would be like Goldilocks, and I would sit on their faces, and I'd be like, "Ooh, too hard," and then I go to the next one, and be like, "Ooh, too softs," and then I would land on Rami Malek's
and
face.
You'd be like, "Just right."
Yes, I'd be like, "Ooh, perfect." That was a gross segue. What? There was something we were talking about. That was
Oscar nods. Oscar buzz.
Yes, but here's my worry though. I think this Bryan Singer drama might fuck them up. Think about like
All the Money
James
in the
Franco,
World?
All the Money in the World too. I was thinking James Franco in the Disaster Artist.
Right.
I think that should have gotten more recognition than it got, and I think it was because of the allegations that it didn't. Of course, who knows? But it's possible.
Yeah. I mean, we take that stuff very seriously now, and it definitely affects the trajectory of projects.
Mm-hmm.
But I wonder if, because they fired him, even though he's getting the credit, if that, like, at all makes a difference in the minds of the Academy? I don't know.
It certainly shouldn't affect Rami Malek. I mean, it's not like he did the work regardless. But even though it shouldn't, I think it might, though. I hope it doesn't. I would love for him to win.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what his competition shapes up to be.
What else?
Oh my God, even when you Google, like, what are the Oscar buzz-worthy movies, it's almost like until December, like, leading up to December, people will just be like, and here's a project that's coming out. And it's like, but I've never even heard of that, but somehow it's going to win every Academy Award. Like, it's like, I don't understand. This time of year is like a free for all. Just like fucking movies all the way until January 1st, and then you won't even get a chance to see them, and then they win all the awards. I don't know. It's hectic, and I love it.
You do an Oscar episode where your ignorant ass, not you but me, comes in having seen maybe one of the 42 movies currently being considered. I'm going to try to fix that this year. This year I'm going to see at least 3 of the movies being considered for an Oscar. Okay. This is one of them. I want to see this.
Forbes did an article called, and the winner is an early look at 2019 Oscar predictions. And there's a big ass picture of Lady Gaga on the front. Okay. Everybody's talking about A Star is Born.
People, now I have no desire to see that.
Oh my God, I will never pay money to see that. And like, it's just not the kind of movie that I want to pay money to see. Yeah. But like, everybody's talking about it.
I've heard like Gaga's amazing. But I've heard what's his face is really, really good too.
Bradley
Cooper, who wrote, directed, and stars, right?
Yeah, which is excessive.
Yeah. Well, and frankly, how much do you have to write it? It's been completely filmed at least like 2 or 3 times before. So
I think this is the 4th rendition.
Oh my good God. We considered doing an episode on that. And then when we saw what it was, we were like, Queen, actually, no. I thought it was a Judy Garland biopic. Because that was one of her first roles, but
yes, yeah.
Lies.
So, right off the top, they're saying here are the sure bets for movies that you can expect to see smattered across the Oscars. Okay. We've got First Man, which is the Damien Chazelle, Neil Armstrong biopic that he's working on.
With what's his face, very
Ryan
famous.
Goss.
Yes.
A Star is Born with Lady Gaga being hyped. They're talking about Black Klansman, which is Spike Lee's movie this year, that is not available to rent yet, but you can like buy it on Amazon, so it'll be available to rent really soon, about a black man who goes undercover with the KKK. Ooh, I'm like so interested to see it. Some movie called Beautiful Boy with Timothée Chalamet.
Oh.
Haven't heard about that.
Well, it sounds familiar actually, but I certainly haven't seen it. I still haven't seen Under the Tuscan Sun, but gay. What's it called?
Call
Me by Your name. Whoa, that was crazy.
We did it.
We worked together on that one. I still haven't seen it. I did listen to most of it, most of the audiobook.
If it comes for free somewhere, I'm going to watch it.
It made me cry too hard. I'd be crying too hard.
Some other movie starring... Some movie called Backseat, some movie Hugh Jackman's in called The Front Runner, some movie called On the Basis of Sex. Oh, that Ruth Bader Ginsburg biopic. Actually, I did see a preview for that. I think it stars, not Claire Foy, but the other girl who looks like her. There's like this bitch. She was in The Theory of Everything.
Sandra Day O'Connor.
No, it's some British bitch.
Okay. Anthony Weiner.
Anyways, it looked good.
Meghan Markle.
Something called If Beale Street Could Talk. The Favorite. Mary Queen of Scots is getting hyped. Okay.
Oh, that's your girl right there. You love her. Wait, so Bohemian Rhapsody is now on this hype list?
It's not anywhere.
Oh,
in these
bummer.
Paragraphs. Okay, now moving down to Best Actor. They're thinking people are going to like Ryan Gosling as First Man.
Oh, please. That's so bland. How... I mean, he's a great actor, and I'm sure that's going to be a very powerful movie. I haven't seen it, but that's like when they all said that Meryl Streep newspaper movie was going to win. The Post.
Okay, yes. so they're pegging their choice, who they think will win, as Ryan Goss, but other people in the running include Rami Malek as Bohemian Rhapsody, David Washington in Black Klansman, Lucas Hedge for Boy Erased,
fabulous.
Hugh Jackman for The Front Runner, and Bradley Cooper for A Star Is Born.
That's a tough.
They're putting him in the running.
That's tough, though.
It's
I don't know about
where
Rami going up against Hugh Jackman. I mean, come on now.
Okay, but I love me some huge Axeman, but I think it really depends on the role he is handed.
Have you seen him in something wretched recently?
Not like wretched, but everybody loved him in, everybody loved that fucking movie about the circus shit that was like a musical.
Oh, yeah, but the Bailey.
I couldn't stand that shit. I watched it because everyone was like...
Greatest Showman.
Yeah. A lot of people were like, best movie ever. The songs will be stuck in your head forever. The songs entered one ear, left the other, left 0 impressions.
Wait.
I was impressed with nothing.
What, was this a song? Was this a song? Was that one of their... Yeah.
Yep, that was it. Zac Efron was up in that bitch.
Shut up. Was he shirtless?
No.
Then why bother? Why bother?
Anywho, we'll see. I don't know what this huge Axeman movie is, but we'll see. But Rami Malek's in the running.
Well, I have high hopes
according
for that
to Forbes
baby.
in September 2018.
I think he's going to be great in this role. And everything I saw in like the trailers and all the feedback I got, I just think he's going to be so good. I hope it's... The only thing I'm worried about... I'm just worried about the pacing. Because this movie covers roughly 1970 to a 21-year period, plus maybe a little bit of Freddie Mercury's life before he became Freddie Mercury, when his name was Farouk.
What are you even saying right now?
Will you search Freddie Mercury's real name? It's like
I didn't know Freddie Mercury wasn't his real name.
Oh yeah, he's an Egyptian American, and he's got a beautiful Egyptian name, Farouk Bulsara. Yeah, Farouk Bulsara, which I think is a name that totally fits him too. But I mean, Freddie Mercury's better. But yeah, he adopted that when he joined Queen and became Queen with Brian May, and
he was like, my name is not white enough, I will never succeed.
I mean, probably.
Yeah.
He knew what the fuck he was doing. Hell yeah. Especially like what? That was in the 70s? Oh no.
Like, it doesn't matter how talented you are, there's no way in hell we would be sitting around talking about how good Farouk Bulsara was.
No, it was hard enough.
Society would not have allowed this.
Girl, my mama still doesn't believe Barack Obama. She's like, Barack?
He's from Africa.
Yeah, she said, that ain't right.
But it's also like, but he told you his father was from Africa. Like, it's not a secret.
Yeah, he's been very upfront about that. Yeah. That's like poor Elizabeth Warren.
He was born in Tanzania. I'm sorry.
Queen?
I'm just learning lots of things right now.
Freddie Mercury. That's one of the things that touches me so much about his story is like, yes, he's got this amazing talent, but he also was so brave to be so flamboyant and not be white and be an immigrant. And I don't think he comes from money. Maybe he does, actually. I might be talking my ass about that. He might be mega rich for all I know, but he just overcame a lot.
Is Freddie Mercury more of a stage persona, and like behind the scenes, is he a different person?
I don't know. I would assume to a certain extent. Yeah. Well, because think about like, I know this is just a very dramatic example, but the fact that he wouldn't admit he had AIDS or HIV first for such a long time, it was a very tense time, but it also makes me think he's probably very private. And also like the Freddie Mercury we see on stage, I feel like would fucking be like, yes, I have AIDS, and he would make a song about it. And you know what I mean? Like he would dance, he would literally dance while telling you that news. But it seems like off stage he was a different person. And he had lots of fights with his bandmates. I know that for certain.
Oh yeah.
But, yeah.
Keeping it feisty.
Well, he was a queen. I mean, he was Freddie fucking Mercury.
Those
you
pants,
know.
though.
Oh my God, the bulge. Oh. Ooh, my male gaze is gonna be all up and down Rami Malek. Oh my God.
I'm reading this 10 things you might not know about Freddie Mercury. Number 3 is he practiced Zoroastrianism, which is one of the oldest monotheistic religions in the world.
Joe Mayonnaise, my ex-friend, he was a Zoroastrianist. Joe Mayonnaise. Had that funny hat, walked with a limp, had a pet penguin. You've got to remember Joe Mayonnaise.
What are you talking about?
I do this thing where I just make up a person.
Oh my God.
I just keep adding absurd details until I think you're going to realize I'm just bullshitting you. But
Freddie Mercury was famous for having 4 octaves. And to put this in perspective, Mariah Carey claims to have 5. So this motherfucker has some range.
That's like, one of my favorite songs I had forgotten about is that one that he sang with the opera diva. I think it's called like Night at the Opera or something like that, or maybe that's what it's called. Wait, just like no, it's called it was made for the Olympic Games, and it's called the name of the city where it was. People are screaming it. I'm gonna
Beijing.
Look it up. Really good. Really good guess.
Sydney?
No, it was somewhere in Europe.
Russia.
That's Eurasia, so I'll give you that one. No, Barcelona. That's what it's called, Barcelona. Do you know that song?
Not
Barcelona.
really.
With him and like a world famous opera singer.
Oh, damn.
And he holds his own with her. I'm just looking up her name real quick because I'm sure she's very famous.
So this answers a question I just asked. Number 6, he was reportedly very shy, and a quote from his bandmate Roger Taylor said, quote, "In real life, nobody knew Freddie. He was shy, gentle, and kind. He was never the one that he was on stage."
That makes sense. It's kind of like, I feel like a lot of people are like that. Like how I'm so like bitchy and witty on the show, but in real life, I'm just like a sweet, quiet. What?
It's literally
you
the
shut
same.
the fuck up, Morgan.
It's literally just
I'm trying to grow my legend.
He also designed the Queen emblem, also known as the Queen crest.
A Renaissance man.
Oh, number 7, he revealed he had aged just 1 day before he died.
Yeah, so sad. And you know what?
He was a devoted cat lover, warranted on this list.
You know that song, I'm the Great Pretender? Do you remember that Queen song? It's one of the later ones. That came out when he was really denying that he had AIDS, like really vociferously, but like everyone could tell he was looking different. And so that song was even more poignant because he's talking about being the great pretender and pretending to be happy even though he's sad. And in fact, he was battling HIV at the time. And wouldn't admit it,
That's so crazy.
This opera singer, her name is, I'm probably going to say it wrong, forgive me, Montserrat Caballé. You know her.
Yeah.
Oh, Montserrat Caballé.
Yeah.
I know a drag queen by that name, but I never did hear of the opera singer. Barcelona. That's a great song.
Before he was a famous singer, he was a bag handler at Heathrow Airport.
Aww. Sweet
that's
baby.
it. End of the list.
Freddie Mercury.
But I do feel like I learned a lot.
Yeah, there's more to learn. That's one of the reasons I want to see this is because I feel like I have never read a biography of Freddie Mercury. I've never seen a biopic. There have been a few.
I don't like biographies.
Yeah, they're kind of tough
I just
sometimes.
can't do it. But I love a good documentary and a biopic if it's like informative and like truthful in a lot of ways. I'm fine with learning information that way.
Some of the big Queen nerds online were saying that at some points in this movie, they show Freddie with long hair at a time when he had short hair. So there goes the accuracy rating.
Oh, fuck.
They're literally people
we
furious.
better not watch it.
I think, you know what? And in fact, let's burn it down.
You know what, though? If these people have to me, I don't have like a hobby. I have like 2,500 different things that make me happy, and I can very easily just bounce between them. But if somebody's like one and only thing is like, I know more about Queen than any other people, and they want to like give me grief about the short hair, long hair situation, I'm going to let them do that. But then I'm going to click mute on the phone, not listen to them, and then I'm going to just get on Instagram because I don't care. It does not bother me.
So see, you start off being beauty, But then you got bitch at the end. I knew it was coming
and
eventually.
That's what this show's about.
You know what I thought we should start doing is at the end of every episode, we should be like, okay, is this a beauty or is this something to bitch about? Because it's like in the name of the show, Morgie.
Ooh.
Right?
And also because like when we did our Walking Dead episode, all we did was like read it to Phil.
Something to bitch about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then we talked about like the hate you give and we were like, this is very important
Yes.
and we love it.
Beauty. So see, that's cute. At the end would be like final judgment.
Oh.
It's like pass fail kind of.
Ooh.
That'll be fun, right?
Oh.
You heard it here first, listeners.
A hot take. I love that idea.
I'm glad they heard it here before PBS and CBS start covering it later
They're
in the
always
night.
picking up our bullshit.
They are just news vultures,
like,
you know? It's like,
stay
get away
out
from me.
Of
you know?
it. This
it's
is
like,
our domain.
Yeah.
We invented pop culture chatting.
Yes. And just because we're famous doesn't mean we're not people. We're people.
Yeah, we're people. We're not robots.
Or lizards.
We're not lizard people from the planet Borgon. Out next week, a new book by L. Ron Hubbard.
Please don't tell me you're the reincarnation of L. Ron Hubbard. Because
oh my God.
There are a few things that would break up our friendship, but I have to tell you.
That's actually like number 3 on the list. There's like only 2 worse things.
There. Yeah, yeah. The one right above that is you just stab me in the throat with a pin on purpose.
Tight, so I can't do that. Is that what I'm hearing right now?
Well, I mean, if that's what you feel like you have to do.
And I just gave you an experience.
Well, I didn't have a voice like this forevermore.
Okay, so I was just telling you.
If you give me this voice, I won't forgive you.
The other day, I was like flipping through the channels because I was gonna like watch the debate. So like, Real TV has like commercials and shit. There, like every other fucking channel was like Sarah McLachlan and the ASPCA telling me why I'm a horrible person and I should save animals. And then every fucking other thing was a person like a don't smoke ad where it was like a lady like holding her throat being like,
so hard.
I used to be young and beautiful and now I have COPD and throat cancer. And I was like literally just trying to make fun of Ted Cruz and like didn't ask for that.
You didn't need that shit. I know.
Ugh.
Have you seen that there's a new diabetes commercial? It's so funny. It comes on Hulu all the time.
Do they not have that old guy from the diabetes commercial?
No,
Did
Wilford
he finally
Bromley
die?
or whatever. I don't think
complications from diabetes.
Probably so. No, I think actually what happened is he turned over too fast in bed and his mustache just choked him. They got tangled around his neck.
I thought you were going to tell me a real thing.
I don't even know if that man's still alive. I mean, with all due respect to him, I have no idea who he is. He should be dead. He was ancient when we were young, so...
Diabetes.
Diabetes.
You said his mustache choked him because he turned too quickly.
It got stuck.
You don't know how facial hair works.
Well, I'm not an expert on mustaches like some people in the room.
Oh, hi, baby.
I'm coming for... No, that's not what I was saying. I was coming for you, Morgan.
First of all, we've been over this many times. I shaved my mustache circa 2018. It's a new decision, and I'm sticking with it.
And I support you. I'm sorry. I'm just teasing.
And Aaron has a really big mustache.
He does have a big mustache. So there's this diabetes commercial. Back to the important stuff. Back to the real point, the meat of the episode.
And Freddie Mercury had a mustache that will circle right back around.
Yeah, it's all connected. And this woman turns very confidently towards the screen. She's like a fabulous middle-aged black woman. And she's like, I can produce my own insulin. And every time I hear it, I laugh so hard. And I also love her because it's very affirming. I'm like, yes, girl.
There's actually, she's talking to like her body mirror. She's like, you can do it.
Yeah, she's like, get hyped up, girl. Make that insulin pump.
That's how that works. Actually, a lot of people think the pancreas regulates your insulin, but it's actually your self-esteem.
Oh my God. How am I not like in a diabetic coma?
You're actually in ketosis as we speak.
Oh, no joke though. I would be fucked and dead immediately if anything was based on self-esteem.
Yeah, so that was true fact.
Anyway.
So yeah, Freddie Mercury has a glorious mustache, sometimes handlebar forming.
Yes. Yeah, you know, he shaved it very end of his career. And I don't like it. I mean, I love him and that's fine. I still love him, but no, he needs that mustache.
Yeah.
It's like
necessary.
like
once you know somebody with like that defining of a feature and they like remove it, shocking. Shocking.
Well, it's also for someone as like Queenie as Freddie Mercury was, pun intended. It's nice to have that bit. He was like so feminine in some ways and so masculine in other ways. Like he had that super muscular jaw, you know, and like that big bushy mustache. And he'd wear like tight jeans. He had a big bulge, but he also like flitted across the stage.
He was like I wore a glitter cape.
Exactly. Like every fucking 7-year-old little gay boy you've ever met. Like he did every one of those moves, you know?
Yeah.
So I think that's why he needs the stash. For me personally, he needs that blend of like those two gender norms, I guess.
Totally.
But,
well, I can't wait to see how Bohemian Rhapsody holds up in award season. And honestly, okay, people are excited about A Star Is Born, but for me, it's like the first big movie of the season that's got me like wanting to Google tickets and like go check it out. And like, I'm ready to get this shit started.
I'm with you, my friend. And for me, this is all beauty all the time.
Yeah. I'm there for that. This is a very beautiful
This is
episode.
a beauty. We'll have to stamp it beauty.
Stamped.
Ooh, maybe we could do that. Add in like no, that's too much work. Never mind. I veto that idea. Yeah. Do you have a plug for this week, Morgie?
What was I just telling you I liked? You go first. I was like just telling you a TV show.
You were telling me you're really fond of my personality.
No, fuck that. I just finished HBO's Sharp Objects, which was an adaptation of Gillian Flynn's first ever novel. And the last 2 episodes were a mindfuck. It was like very good. And there were a couple things that went sort of the way that I thought they would go, but then a bunch of stuff went a totally different way. So I was like very happy with the turns, which is great because it's a thriller. And also it was very grim and very dark, but like done incredibly well. Fantastic. It's like 12 episodes. It's on HBO. I for sure expect it to be nominated for a lot of awards come time for whatever that next one is. Golden Globes. Yeah.
God, they all run together.
Yeah.
So now you said it's a mindfuck. Now here's the real question. Is it like a brutal hate fuck, or was it like a long, slow making love to you session, or was it like it started off long and slow and then at the end it just slapped you the fuck around?
Honestly, that one. Because
okay.
like they started to wrap things up because you thought they had gotten like the conclusion, and then like things were wrapping up and coming together, and you were like, okay, so this is the aftermath, and then there was like a couple last minute mind fucks where you were like, oh damn, and then it was just like done.
That's like when he pulls out and you realize it's not a condom, it's just a banana peel.
That happens to me all the time. I know.
I'm like, really? Again?
Yeah.
You know?
It's like so annoying.
You know, it's a lot better than the time that someone tried to use an avocado peel, though.
Yeah.
That didn't even.
It's
that
sharp.
Just work. Yeah. It was all broken and Well,
and
anyway.
useless.
Yeah.
Whereas banana peels really give you full coverage.
Yeah. Slip and slide, my friends. Slip and slide. Okay, so my plug this week is very, very, very different from what we've been talking about this episode. But this last Monday, the 15th, October 15th, there was a crossover on The View.
Oh.
One of the judges from Shark Tank came.
Which one? Doesn't matter.
Lori.
I wouldn't know who that was.
Okay,
Yeah.
Lori. She's one of the blonde
judges. Do you watch
judges.
Shark Tank?
You know, not the obsessive way that I watch The View, no. But I do like Shark Tank. I think it's quite fascinating. And quite a few great products have come out of that. For example, the Squatty Potty was a Shark Tank product.
Way?
Yes. And I know that for certain because when Lori, the judge, came on The View, it was for the View Your Deal segment at the end where they give you like half off all these items. And I may have bought myself a Squatty Potty.
Oh, damn, girl.
For half price. I've always wanted one.
What's
I was
like a
snatched.
full price?
They can go up to like $70.
Why?
But I only paid $35.
Huh.
I don't know, because they're the exact
it's not
right
here
height.
yet, though.
No, it's not here yet. No, I just bought it like, Monday.
Nice,
yeah.
nice.
But anyway, so the point is, there was a crossover on The View, Shark Tank and The View, okay? Now, you can watch, I've talked about The View before. Let me tell you, if you've watched The View in the past, you're probably aware it all depends on who the hosts are, right? That determines everything. And I think the hosts right now on the show are... It might be the best collection of hosts that has ever been. The discussion is amazing.
Is it different people?
Yeah, it switches out all the time.
All the time?
Well, every season they lose at least one.
Okay.
Sometimes it's like a culling and they lose a bunch.
But Whoopi's always there.
Whoopi's been there for about a decade or more. And Joy Behar was there at the beginning, but she got fired for a while. Yes, she was too political.
Oh, damn.
But then they brought her back because they were like, we need political.
We love politics.
Mm-hmm. But like Meghan McCain's on it right now. She just came back, and obviously she's bringing a lot of like emotion, still dealing with the death of her father. And it's just really good right now. So if you tried The View in the past and you didn't like it because maybe you thought they talked about stupid stuff, or maybe you thought one or more of the host was ignorant. I think people are too harsh on the host, but fine, whatever. You might give it another chance because they are super political these days. Like, I get as much news from The View as I do from the New York Times. Damn. And that's not a joke. Like, that's real life. Because they cover slightly different stuff, and they are super passionate, and it is a good watch right now. So, The View on Hulu is weirdly my plug this week.
To me, it's not weird because, like, you talk about The View so much.
I love it.
Yeah,
I do.
But maybe our listeners didn't know that. So be sure to check out Morbid and Dark, Sharp Objects, and
perfect in every way, The View.
A different kind of dark.
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
The View. And be sure to check us out on all of the social medias. You might as well. We're on Facebook, Instagram. You can find us at B&B Cast, or just search out Beauty and the Bitch. Did you know we even have a YouTube page?
We have a YouTube page?
Yes, girl. And I think there's like so much on there.
Oh my God. Well, I did find this hidden camera in my restroom.
Yeah, that's not for me.
Okay, well, it said property of Morgan on it.
Oh,
so
that's weird. But you should label your belongings.
Well, so there are videos of me pooping on our YouTube page.
Yay.
But yay. We also have every single episode of the podcast.
Except for just only one.
That one. Yeah, the
fair.
Morgan of episodes. We just
It was
let it
too
be.
good to function.
That's what I was meaning with that. Yep. Mm-hmm. And we also have Let's Queer Witcher 3, which is a queer, very, very queer, very, very funny playthrough of Witcher 3. It's not a complete playthrough. It does cut off. Geralt gets suicidally depressed and throws himself off a cliff.
We've all been there.
Well, you know what? In this new world of the Trump presidency, I mean, we all do what we can.
Yep.
But sometimes you just can't go on.
Yep.
But you should check that out if you're looking to kill about 40 hours.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And you can follow me personally on Instagram at MorganizedMess. And check me out on my website, same name. Rate, subscribe us, tell your friends about us. We just want to be like a big deal. I mean, we just love you. Yeah,
we're not trying to use you to gain power and fame, but if that happens, you can follow me into the nearest public restroom. Yay. I normally am not the very last stall, but the second to the last.
I'm a first stall kind of girl.
Oh, you're a first stall. Well, the thing is, though, the glory hole is in the second to the last. So that's kind of where I have to be.
Makes
I'm
sense.
kind of decided. You know, it's like, unless I'm going to drill a whole new hole.
Which you're always doing.
I mean, I've found a bunch of new holes.
Girl,
but...
who hasn't?
Okay.
All right, we love you.
Bye, BBs.
Bye-bye.
Have you ever actually seen a glory hole out in real life? They really are all over the place. Once you see them, you'll start seeing them everywhere.
Do you have a home? Beauty in the Bitch.
You look.
Beauty in the Bitch.
Beauty in the Bitch.